until realized.
Worth a pretty sum. Relax. Your secret's safe with me.
So, are these the ruins the knave was?
They seem to.
Let's go in.
Just be careful.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the moment.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be on... don't get I'm wrong.
No, you're right. That complicates things.
In that case...
I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just...
All right. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
Demoiselle?
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Malus.
Hmm? Oh. Was I sleeping?
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However,
Oh. Whew. It must have... This is a familiar...
is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd request...
We were headed to see how...
Ah, right.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see you all.
How...
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants, they were knocking at my door.
Sometimes force is required.
Oh, yes. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. I don't know what we would have done without your help. So this is a little token of our appreciation.
Ah, did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much.
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants.
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not
That's right.
no, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met. I've heard this name. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, Demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do?
Well, now, did you forget?
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House.
My trial?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just about time.
Oh?
Look, it's Navia!
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly... excited about something. I even know some of these people. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And as for the judge... Huh?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and...
All right, but...
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on, do they have any idea?
Enough with the whispering! Could someone...
My dear Miss Navia, have you... As all here know, you are Master Callus. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinate...
Wait a moment.
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. You are one with us. We are inseparable. We are one big family, all of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Huh? What are you saying? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I see.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro! Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily, everything is measured. Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals?
Do you mean to defy our
Justice? If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. And that is how we will inform.
My head.
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will—
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the— Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss Navia.
Silence!
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusation... The court will adjourn for the rest of the day.
Our thanks.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there...
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place.
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, demoiselle.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake? Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were...
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you were just about to be dissolved within. I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like...
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right.
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels all...
I merely thought that we should give Navia some...
Huh? What?
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work...
No way! Don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of...
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meripede.
He still doesn't... So, Neverlet, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course.
This isn't going anywhere.
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in... Amid my astonishment...
Yeah, we originally...
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates? It seems like they were put here as an offering. Could we take them down and have a look?
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the—
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose.
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same.
And is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her?
The fourth image. I know this one.
The people will all be dissolved. More and uncover it. Most likely due to us missing the first slate.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Ooh, the Paimon's getting the chills just— This says that it's the hit.
I really—
Still.
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the—
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing—
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance— The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island—
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm still wondering—
But—
It seems that any further clues will have to come—
In that case, there's no—
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here. I'm going—
You still have energy for that?
Just head—
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my—
Are you really gonna talk to her about—
She has long been—
Alright,
I will be carefully—
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the— All right.
We're finally back!
Welcome back.
Yay! And there's good food! Hyman's already starting to—
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't
Well, I have some business. Why did you think I was from Fontaine? Well, I used to have my own. There was nothing for it, really. She really... Nope. Although it is used by a...
Wow!
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well. Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it also mean great or something?
My name. Stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
Thrice as great?
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Talk about obsessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right.
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dorman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not alone. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about... The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected fun.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things...
What I can tell you is that I'm an I'm afraid that this is... But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely...
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something. Are you sure? All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face.
Thanks, Mona! You're amazing as always!
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So...
That's the greatest...
Indeed. That's the spirit.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spinica. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona... Good morning. To be honest, I'm still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, Traveler. We agreed to go see Novelette, so let's pack it up and get going. Is just too cute! But she does have a bad habit of swallowing any shiny thing she lays her eyes on. So keep your valuables well away, or you might never see them again.
You're here! Finally! Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina, they...
I said I've already explained everything!
And yet the problem has not been properly... It is not my intention to offend you, but please, look at this. This is a...
You mean...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster. I will say this once more. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't... but you found them...
That's correct. Which is why I...
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing?
I don't.
I'll ask you again. My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once...
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself. I understand your concerns, but...
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina. But I have long... There are several indications that this is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of it. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be.
Well, since you know about my secret investigation, there's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust in me. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh! You know...
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasse. Still, I do not understand. Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh?
Normally, people will only...
But Farina...
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can. If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this. But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of...
And here you are drinking tea.
That's what family should do.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me? No, I don't think I can.
Then, how about you, good
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
That was a little long-winded, don't you?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the... As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh?
Well, it's...
Huh? Didn't you...
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good...
I see. And what does my boss...
He is glad that you...
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall. Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once, though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather vary it today. Fontaine's monster population has already thinned a trap comprised. So, if we...
For me, our line of work...
You use some of those techniques while moving the people...
Yes, and I even...
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be there
with discretion. I'm...
I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear...
That makes sense. You usually saw... But I do have one more question. If we were to create a trap...
I would like for it to be effective, but...
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes...
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it.
So are we going hunting?
We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on... But we shall require much more courage than any...
Oh, so that...
It's been a tough few days at... Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks of... It's hard to say. After all, you're the most reliable... Did you just pour some... Paimon's never seen that...
Don't be frightened. And yet... Consider... Precisely. Call me in. A prophecy.
What?
People call such things fate. And it is written in... Just as prophecies are the things that you should.
What is...
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others, ultimately...
The voice. Hey, it's you!
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively band.
Mona!
Fine, just not all Fontaine.
Did she...
Why, yes, it was... I'm in full support.
That's right!
Ah, yes. About what we... Huh? Goodness gracious.
She said that even...
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the but I've never met.
Whoa.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect perhaps it is something. Traveler?
Oh, we're...
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has often... But even so, perhaps that's what En was trying to tell. I did originally think...
Huh. You do have a point.
There, it was worth trying to come. I suppose that might be...
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. But also kind of sad, too. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by. Huh? Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to... Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this... So while the fortress's interior... Journalist Charlotte's biggest... Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never... She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she... Seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time. That's the limited edition, only 16. It was so delicious the last time.
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too?
Wait, did you?
That's right. Even he.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you...
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but...
Oh, the prophecy. No, it's the same for each...
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have... These 2 slices are for you. See...
Oh, you know, see...
I sure do. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily. Yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right?
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. It's more delicious than last. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here. Office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
article I wrote about you?
Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick mora!
Oh, you needn't worry. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Really?
You're almost...
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what bring...
A friend of ours met you.
Ah, so you know... So she mentioned me?
She said that you're a...
No.
Huh?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography.
Yeah, are we?
Why not? If I...
Oh, in that...
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Ooh, so much...
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking. it wasn't Fontaine... No, Paimon... We've always been moving to the next... You mean... Still? Huh. Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough. But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the two of you are still here.
Oh, you're from the Palais
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillac sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the... Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him. Yes.
A riot?
Well, that Lady Farina loudly accused, and before the crowd continued to...
So people have...
I agree.
So what happened up...
Seeing that the Marechaussee fan...
So...
That's right. That said, I don't think there's good.
Don't worry.
Is that...
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know for... And as we all... When Nervala with... It would be hard for her to ignore being a... Paimon thinks... Huh. Well, what do you... In that case, there's no... This place looks deserted. So the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible. That's Farina, right over there.
What was meant to happen did happen. I'm sorry. I am so... Give up. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina, it's...
So, hidden...
Farina, you were...
what do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so... Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts. They even did... Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marsh...
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are? They're just some rabbit... That's against the rules.
Farina just ran off! Quick, we have to catch up with her! This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here!
What? Oh.
Hurry, they're almost...
Fine, fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way. I'm so tired. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the You're right.
Yep, that's a good...
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already... It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried but all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heaven... Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free. Indeed, fate. But just now, it all became as long as the final don't worry. Well, that's enough for now. Don't take it.
Come on!
Cher, that's impossible. A witness. And if to...
Ladies and gentlemen, now, without further ado...
So, this is... Do not forget, however, that
May I interpret these words as your refute? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade? I see. It seems like you have made...
Paimon can't believe it.
What the heck is going on?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
Lady Farina.
It would seem that there has been a...
Looking for excuses.
I raise my hands. I'm sorry. You are... But now, I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world this time. Applaud and mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine! Woohoo!
Now we're making history!
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
Alright then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that... Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward.
Navia, the president of...
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the people's resentment against their Archon has been... Moreover, according to our...
So, you mean...
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontainian history.
That's right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed it, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Araneas. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could...
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off. We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess you gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, all so that as soon as I appeared...
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Oh,
thank you.
As for you, traveler, you'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived. Oh? It's fine. It matters. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Madam Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to...
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here. Oh, let Paimon see. Oh, wait. Then that means this So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence. Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, all right?
We defeated the Hydro Archon in I near the words of someone.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on, Nervylette. There's no need to repeat all the Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead, of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle.
That's true, but my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud, who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking our duty. Did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Charge accepted. Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge? Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true.
Yeah, even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina can be super...
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever... See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never... If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the God of Justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our...
An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Farina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am? And if I was not the Archon...
That doesn't sound... First of all, you may be...
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave?
A curse. I once thought it possible that the orb, but in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was no choice.
Neverlet sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina, is that...
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of, for centuries, manifestations of my... One need only to turn their eyes towards the
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be used as compelling evidence. You tried to reference the Oratrice, but what...
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are...
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder while the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before... You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you...
I never thought...
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely reiterated...
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty instead of having been created by you, the manifestation
of the real Hydro Archon. It is true that I did not know why the but the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally. And you can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind...
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident.
My power as an Archon.
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the
you don't need to go that far.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it the...
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their... Thus did I give up all of my divine...
Isn't that...
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all...
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone! I'm still the same Farina you knew, please. You've got to believe...
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a...
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Enough! That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not... If you have no evidence...
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to... It has been established that all Fontainians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being the latter.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution.
Super sorry, Mr. Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of the seawater? If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, but if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and shoot
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina?
If Lady Farina is indeed just...
Lady Farina, this test has been...
Well, of course he had to tell her that.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single...
What's going on? Is she...
Due to the inherent risk of the...
Hey! I'm fine! Look at me, will you believe me now?
Miss Siegewing, if you're present...
Siege, don't be nervous. It'll just take a few... That should be a...
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewing.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms. She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater.
Thank you, Miss Siegewing. Lady...
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that...
Well, considering your tendency to run, however, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a... We don't want anyone...
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, it's a great thing that the direct...
I can't... Listen to me, everyone. Think about it. How... Also, if... Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your...
I don't think anything she says at this point was...
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway me. She's too stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is... guilty. We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Co... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
No, the Oratrice...
Isn't that correct?
However, the exact wording of "to be punished via the death sentence."
That's actually one of the available sentences?
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court. And it's been given to the very person we've...
Farina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of...
This outcome is indeed quite strange. Is this sentence really...
Yeah! Even Fache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice.
Indeed. Not only is Farina's sentence overly but now, the Oratrice seems to have...
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still going?
Fremine! You finally made it.
Mm-hmm. any mission, Father.
Is that the first prophecy slate? Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
I looked everywhere and finally found... But has the trial already concluded?
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slate. Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates. I would like you to come here and confirm.
Huh? So what do you see?
I believe I have now made sense of the Hydro...
Huh? So when you say Hydro Archon...
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until... However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently...
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans. Does that mean that the second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon... This must be the point when the third slate shows the Hydro Archon seeking into... That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontainians have been talking about. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
We know from the... And perhaps what is the truth and... It's not when the...
That doesn't...
The prophecy from the... If...
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea, but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in... The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court. Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meripede was the surest sign that the prophecy... The stone slate's contents can all be verified by recent... Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now, but then it feels like...
Let's hear them.
Incredible.
We're...
All Fontainians were originally created by... The evidence for that can be... Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial. All of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably anchored Celeste. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged that.
The Hydro Archon's true...
And yet, after many hundreds of years...
Yeah, isn't the image here just like what... So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling in the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping. Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much... However, while you were able to decode all the information when we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded.
Well? Did you get it?
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you. Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels. But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape the... Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of...
So you...
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend. But if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death.
This really might be too much information.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the 3rd and 4th stone slates, a key point of the visual on the 3rd slate, they have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicts... The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of trials and justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon. Yes, it refers to...
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly...
What should we do?
Huh. No matter what, the
If that's the case, does that...
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your about the 4th slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes? However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come. As for the root cause of the catastrophe... This eruption is just a small warning of the things to come.
That doesn't sound...
It was both
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could...
the truth, the original sin...
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it is chosen. That whale does not belong to Teyvat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels. And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will be...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontainians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontainians.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner. From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much, even if the entirety of Teyvat were to be
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
Indeed. That's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end. No matter what.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
Just as prophecy... ultimately...
What's happening with the Oratrice?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina!
No, I still need answers.
You...
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Farina. Who are you?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone...
Fusalo. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest. She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydra Arc. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I...
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand?
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she... Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in anyway, so that... all part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly prince... Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invite under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take this. I suppose now you probably understand why you're.
But Farina is only human. Even though she has had a long life, her mind. I cannot begin to fathom what she.
It has indeed. And although it's been 500, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely.
You to come onto the stage. Now, all right, it is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your I am Focalor, the eyes of Count. Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The gods shall resolve it for me. I have brought some Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards! Where are the guards? Guards! Farina. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are...
Be not nervous. Be not afraid.
Wait a moment. You're... Mirror me? How Mirror me.
The prophecy.
What prophecy? The people will...
Oh.
What's... But...
I will tell you
how... Oh, as for... But... If there were scale...
I suppose this would also...
Huh?
Don't worry.
Play...
That's right. If you can keep it up.
But...
Don't worry. Being a human, you remember.
So, how...
To accomplish this mission. But... I
A trial. Huh. Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession. But what should I say? Ladies, I'm sure you've all heard. In truth, as the god Focalor, once again, I thought I might stammer, but
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses him.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-backed puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Right. Near me said that I just need to calm down, Farina. Assertive, with a... Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to win. Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed you may consider my previous act a door gift. Now then!
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were in some...
Personality? It's quite shocking. I suppose it's a better look than before. Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! She may get me right after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for just... We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer... The scales of may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fire... No, this won't work. They'll suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play. There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot... So long as I...
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the...
Come now, was I not... Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking for?
A magnificent...
That's true, I fear I lack the ability to grasp...
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now. Do your duties.
Lady Farina, I don't know...
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance. All right. Deoteria is...
He's doing much better now.
Oh, good. Very good.
You're such a gentleman.
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for...
I see. It's as I thought, then. As all manner of sun. Really? Have...
I'm...
The day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. Maybe this is fine. Alright.
Lady Farina, here are the...
There'll be no need for that.
Lady Farina.
Indeed, my dear Lord.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant
Understood. Keep monitoring. I don't think I feel utterly exhausted.
Lady Farina, I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with...
And what a fine...
Are you crying?
Uh-huh. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god.
No wonder. No wonder.
So interminable. Hundreds of years must have passed. I never imagined. I want to tell someone. I have conducted so many investigations. All I can do is keep heart. I must.
Farina, you don't have to show, although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. You're...
Share. That's impossible.
But even if you're burdened, just
share it. A witness. And if to that... She's right. I could, but if things don't play... No, Farina. But what if, Farina, is it such an... If you let this think about it long and hard... No, I have nothing to say. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to...
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never...
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive... She did very well. If she had let... It seems that... Trusting...
I believe that... How would you build up...
Ah, good, good. Of course the Eudex of Fontaine has... I'm sure you've...
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a... It now seems that...
And then I became one with the Oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes. Alas, you're under... In truth, it is no in... Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratories take I mean, did you think I would be this? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium with... But really, some have already discovered that only a small the vast majority has been... Had to be...
It was all a part of your...
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontaine, but only power of this...
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do...
Returning what's rightfully... In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the No, what? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more.
All you've done throughout the years.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies. So, if the theft of the primordial seas, then, leaving matters of, in other words, defying the at this point, with Eudex Neuvillette, the high...
So when I was invited, at last. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living, you are, things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Eudex Neuvillette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the root of the come with me, Traveler. The owl...
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as—
That power...
Paimon has an idea. It's just that he
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand... managed to defeat the all-devout, so you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. That kind of power, all in all. The point.
Well, being that this... So what sort of person is your...
Oh, right. His name is Sir Tologi.
I am
Huh. So Master is insufficiently famous. How
the foul?
Still nothing?
Ooh, that one we...
Oh, but I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is...
Wait!
Actually, never mind that. That the all-devouring, such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult. As such, the Fontaine back on the in other words.
What?
Not to worry.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here! All hands, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry!
Hey, lend a hand!
Look! The water's receding! It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you alright?
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
report, boon or bane of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become people always call... Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jury or Navi?
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The value for these big scoops lies in their Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created
Paimon's curious...
And that's exactly... Oh, this time we'll...
Oh, it's you.
Hey, we're just
I'm here to update myself on...
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt. Our residents are hard...
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like... But if you don't mind...
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it...
That would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction.
Huh?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson.
Wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions?
Forget it.
I see you're...
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake...
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let her off that easy. All right, then everyone...
How did it go? Was it a good shot?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence. Also, not to brag.
Wow, you...
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview.
Whoa, you're well...
That's a very complete information sheet.
In truth, I told him that it was best...
You're right. I've got to...
Stay safe now. And tell...
Don't trust your eyes uncritically.
People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feel.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Dude! Did you come all the way to the end?
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke!
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course!
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. Miss...
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face.
Sir, please don't say.
But it looks.
No, I just.
Now, I might not look it, but I actually... The boat that brought about a miracle. Still, if I might add... Looks like...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the.
Really?
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of...
Did you really have to use the word cup? Well, then, two solo...
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone...
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try the...
Ah, Siegeween.
Hey, Miss sure. Come on, Miss Siegeween.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes.
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you. I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure did win them.
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face...
Oh, actually, what about you?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep... As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave the...
Hey, everyone! The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. All right. Last stop, the docks. Mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after...
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of get?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal. But if you see...
Trick a friend.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this...
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your...
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine so...
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to...
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Para.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins.
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. Father says that you... After Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Nervilette opened negotiations.
A diplomatic gift?
Yeah. It could have been done as an apology for the... Furthermore, Father...
Well, that's true, but this is a gnosis...
I would agree, but I've always...
Isn't he real busy and stuff? But back to the topic. The gnosis was given...
They say that he's returned to Sne...
Shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the Traveler by...
Are you going to... take the gnosis...
That is our duty. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. Switching my masks is something I've always done. Well, that depends on many things. No one... As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision? Oh.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I guess this must be life. We will all... All right, then. We'll be handing out pockets and some other...
Well, as we said Charlotte, shall we go see the lecture? The entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there! So, you really are here, Nervilette. I didn't think you were going to have free time this hour.
Really? Oh, I suppose you... In any case, you came at a good time.
Aw, Pirates! Alright, let's have it then. How was... Whoa. So that's what happened? Fossilor destroyed... But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you...
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons referred... Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Ejiri, but so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became...
Fossilor must have counted on you to make that decision
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. Paimon still got... When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that we guessed that there might be some...
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head topside.
What next?
The all-devout. I can finally catch the scent. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons. But with something very similar. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know.
Of course. You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never...
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity, but I fear I have never heard of it described.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young. And I have it is only natural for those who are... Regardless, you should probably... To live in itself is a blessing. But once a...
What do you mean?
No need to fret.
This third
Master never mentioned them to me. If you're interested, though, I could...
Next time, you believe...
I do. Wait.
That's what she told me.
The remains of the third descender? So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person?
All the same, assuming that there was no myth.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you...
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be... I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible... I wonder, is your body...
No, let's stop comparing the Traveler to the Dead Third. That's what you say, but this can't be...
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind... Yes.
But...
I suppose that would be the mystery. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wish it, life flows like water. And what ultimate...
You